Alright, so drag slicks do fit on the Supra. Who would have thought?
Hey yo, the rain was steady pouring, heard the drops of drizzle meant to be. Chilling in my crib, no doubt, peep the scenery. Telephone rang, then it stopped before I could answer it. I heard a knock at the door, so I answered it. And with Jermaine, he had a little situation. Beef up on the block, and orthodox that led the confrontation. He said these cats be acting hard on the block, and they be pumping, waiting, holding, so Dwayne got shot. Now see, Dwayne was just a knucklehead, but still with his cousin, and I'd be wrong if I ain't helping when it's...
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today's an exciting one because this is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I don't really know if this is necessary given where I'm at with this car and the things that I want to accomplish with this car, but we'll get into that more here in a second. A lot of you guys have been asking me about, especially with the over fenders, what offset, what size tire am I running, but the exciting part of this video is I got a new set of wheels. I'm going to show you here in a second. And I got to obviously do some things here to get these new wheels to fit, and you'll see exactly why. So as you can see right now, I am not really tucked, okay, so I can put my hand in here. I've already messed with the suspension a little bit to fit these tires on. I'm sure you guys already know how to adjust coilovers. It's not too difficult. I'll show you how to adjust the Street Advance coilovers, the Teen, Tine, whatever you want to call it. The Street Advance. So they're 16-way dampening, and I believe they've got a 3-inch adjustment for ride height. So, but we'll talk more about that here in a second. Now I'll just dive right into it. I am running an Inky, whatever you guys want to call those, the RPF one. I've had them on the car for a long time. My offset and my wheel size here, I'm running a 275. You can see right here, 275, 35, 18. This is an 18 by 9.5 inch wheel with, I believe, a 38 inch, that would be killer, 38 millimeter offset, so positive offset. So you guys have seen, or some of you may have pointed this out, I am running a spacer on here. It, I believe, is a 2-inch spacer, so it's quite a bit, but these spacers have their own wheel studs, and they get torqued down to the hub, and then the wheel gets torqued down to the spacer. I've been running these for a long time and I haven't had any issues. I've obviously taken the wheel off because I got to put the other wheel on there. There is my tire size, 275, 35, 18. And you can see there, that is the spacer that I'm running. I believe it's a 2-inch spacer, but we'll pull it off, we'll measure it. And it makes it so the wheel, I can't go that way because you're going to see my new wheels. It gives it almost a perfect offset to the over fender. So when I pull the wheel off, I'll show you exactly what the offset says on the back of the wheel. If you guys aren't familiar with that, you're not sure what your wheel size is and your offset, it's on the back of the wheel, it's stamped in there. I'll show you exactly where it's at. But like I said, I'm running a squared offset all the way around. These wheels came off my buddy's Evo, so they're 18 by 9.5 all around. And I'm running a 225 in the front, 275 in the rear. Now, for the new wheels, they're probably not necessary, I'm not gonna lie. We got the cartoon a little while back, and I think I'm at roughly 400 horse. Not a crazy amount by any means. The end goal here is about 600, 625. That's where we're at. We'll probably get that with the new turbo I put on there and with E90. 600's a decent amount for regular road use. That's a lot of power that you've got to get to the ground. So I ended up scoring a set of slicks, some drag slicks, on probably one of the best looking drag wheel that you could get. That being said, I'd like to introduce you to my new wheels. So you can see I got a set of Weld Forge. I believe they're 15 by 10, wrapped in some Mickey Thompson ET Streets. They are a 28 by 1250 15s. I did the conversion, and I believe it's something close to like a 315 by 60, 15. So I could be off. You guys can message in the comments or put a comment below if I'm off on that. But guys, these wheels are massive. So I always do this with my hand test. They're pretty big. You can see they are used. Okay, so don't roast me in the comments. I'm gonna run them. Okay, I'm not gonna like be doing any major pulls or anything. I'm gonna run them just to see how they feel. And honestly, I might actually go to a smaller tire. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I have had these on the car. Like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you guys know that they've already been on the car and they fit absolutely perfect. I don't know what the offset is. The guy I bought them from was not quite sure. He told me that they were a 15 by 10 with a 7mm offset. I don't know if that's legit. I have no idea. He didn't know. I got these wheels. Okay, so if you guys know, by the way, these are the Weld S71s. If you guys don't know how much these wheels actually cost, they're about 800 bucks with some shipping per wheel. Okay, and then the Mickey Thompson ET Street, the R, is about $400 a tire. You're looking at about roughly $2,500 in wheels. Now, I picked these wheels up for 350 bucks. That's a pretty dang good deal for a set of Weld forged wheels wrapped in Mickey Thompsons. Now, the tire itself, there's not a lot of life left. Like they're pretty rough. They're already to the wear indicators. It's drag slick. You don't want to push it. I'm not gonna be going crazy with the car. It's almost back into winter season, so I'm not gonna be able to run these for very much longer anyways. I'm gonna run them. I'm gonna be careful with them. I'm not going to the drag strip. We don't have one around here, so I don't even have that choice. The reason I got them was, yes, because they look really good, but I was actually mostly after just the wheels. I don't really care for the tires. I'll eventually run Mickey Thompson ET Streets, but I'm gonna run the ones that have like the actual grooves in them. So they're good for actual on-road use. These ones are not ideal. They actually feel really strange on the road. They feel like you're running on like balloons, but they're also running, I'm running them at like about 20 PSI, so they're pretty low. And they kind of hook a little, they hook really well. They just kind of run a little weird on the car. I mean, come on guys, 350 bucks. Well, there's not even a scratch on these things, guys. They're a little dirty. I haven't had a chance to clean them up yet. The weld sticker right there on actually both of them are starting to lift up a little bit. I really like this sticker, so I'm gonna go out of my way to actually like, you know, spray adhesive and clean that up and make sure that those don't come off. But everything else looks really good. The only thing I didn't get with the center caps, I'm not too worried about that. I can get those later. They're just plastic. So they're actually really sticky. You can see they've actually been used quite a bit. Wear indicators were there. Okay, you're seeing the line here is almost completely gone. Oh, but because I'm impatient, I'm going to run them. I know you guys are gonna say, that's dangerous, don't do it. It's okay. Okay, I'm not like, when I'm driving around town, I'm not beating on this car. I'm not racing everybody everywhere, okay? I'm playing it safe. I just want to put them on the car, drive it a little bit, see how they feel, and then, like I said, later on, I'm going to go with a different tire. I'm going to do, still with the Mickey Thompsons, but probably a 275 60/15 and the more of the street comp tire, so it's better for just asphalt, not really track use. But now I'm blabbering on. Let's go ahead and throw these things on the car and see what they look like. You guys are going to roast me in the comments. I'm literally using the OG Toyota jack because my buddy has mine, so I gotta use this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the back of the wheel, the hub on the RPF ones. 18 by 8.5. So I actually lied to you. I thought it was a 9.5. 18 by 8.5, and with a 30 offset. So that's your number you're looking for, ET30. And now on the spacer, you'll see here, that's a pretty chunky spacer. That's big, but it's got its own. I already took a lug nut off, by the way. It's got its own lug nuts that you're going to go on, and you're going to torque it down to whatever spec you need to torque these, and then you'll have a new fresh set of lug nut or wheel studs that the wheel will go onto, and then you'll put the lug nuts on that. I think this way is particularly safest because you have your own set of lug nuts, everything's torqued down, and you're good to go instead of just sliding a spacer over extended wheel studs. You're going to lose some integrity of the wheel stud there, and you could end up having some problems. So also with this, so like I said, I'm running the Tine, whatever you want to say. There's the brand right there. And this is the Street Advance. Sorry about the glare. That's the Street Advance coilover. They're dirty. I've had them on here for a long time. No issue whatsoever. So this was, I bought this coilover probably, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago, maybe longer than that. Threw these on and I have never had an issue with them. Now with the new wheels, you can see the old dirt mark there. That's where they were before. I had to raise them up about 1/4 of an inch to clear those guys, and it's good now. So I'm gonna hurry and throw one of these on here and you'll see what it looks like. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm taking this off. If I run this wheel spacer, the new wheels won't fit. And then I'm gonna pull this off. It's already on. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it to show you if you guys are running the Shine Auto fenders on your car. It is, so it's not exactly 2, it is a 1.5 inch spacer. I can probably find the link to where I bought these from. I want to say they're Amazon, but I wanted to go with the billet ones to make sure they're nice and safe. But yeah, you can definitely see there, maybe you'll be able to see it. These are great spacers. Again, I've been running these for a long time on my car, no problem. Oh my gosh, guys, these are so crazy. They fit perfect. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm giving you a fake impression because I've already seen these on the car. But they're pretty sick and they're pretty meaty. I mean, they fit great. I've already driven the car around on them. They don't rub. You definitely, with this size, would have to run the over fender or they would not clear. They'd be sticking way out in the breeze and they would look pretty ridiculous, but they look pretty freaking cool. So I'm super happy with them. Like I said, 350 bucks, can't go wrong. Try to back up so you guys can see it the best, but they are meaty. Those are some big freaking tires. So like I said, I think they're 3/15s, so they're pretty dang wide. And I mean, you can see on the front fender with the wheels I'm running, you can see that there's still a little bit of a gap there as far as like the offset goes. But this one here, it is like about as perfect as it can get. But dude, yeah, they look pretty freaking good. I'm pretty happy with them. They look amazing. So I'm gonna throw the other one on. I'm not gonna film the whole thing because it literally is a repeat. I'm gonna pull the other wheel off, take the spacer off, throw this wheel on, get everything torqued down, and then we will be good to go. And then yeah, I'll pull the car out, let you guys see it out in the wild with the wheels on it. When you're actually pretty far back, it looks really, actually pretty normal. So with the further back you are, it actually looks like the wheel, I mean, the wheel sits perfect in the fender as it is, but they are such big tires that it almost looks kind of like, I mean, the car sits up in the back already. You can feel it even when you're driving. You feel like the back is like definitely sticking up a little bit. But when you're back and looking at it, it looks actually pretty level and they look really good on the car. So you don't look like you're some crazy muscle car and you're like, that looks ridiculous. They look like drag slicks, you know, they look like you're ready to race, but it doesn't look completely ridiculous. So like I said, I'm super happy with them. Definitely gonna hang on to them and we'll keep rocking them. Okay, and then here's a little size comparison. And you can see that thing is gigantic, 18-inch wheel, 15-inch wheel, 315, I'm assuming, 275. That tire looks tiny compared to this. And you'll see. So, I mean, not crazy, but definitely a lot more meat on this guy than on this one. And yeah, that should do just fine. And then one other thing I forgot to mention was I didn't want these to go up in the fender and hit the actual like chassis of the wheel well. So I did take the dampening all the way full, so like all the way basically stiff, and backed it off 5 clicks. So I just measured out 5 clicks and left it as is. And the car felt like it rode just fine with no issues. Okay, and then I'm gonna give you a shot of the back of the car. That's probably the best looking part after you get these wheels on there, because yeah, it looks pretty aggressive. So flip the camera around and show you guys. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully this sheds a little bit of light on maybe some wheel offset that you guys are thinking about. Look at that tire sticking out right there, man. Man, it's a lot of tires. So, but yeah, hopefully if you guys are interested in doing the drag slicks like you're doing Mickey Thompson's, there wasn't a ton of information out there, so I just totally on a whim, hoping for the best, bought these. It's funny how those things kind of work out, but on a total whim, bought them, and they just so happen to fit. So again, I think your best size for this, you know, granted the wheel offset itself, but I think you're gonna be safe if you run a 275/60/15. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I'm smack dab right on 275/60/15s, but they seem a lot bigger than that to me. And maybe that's just because it's a drag slick, so I don't know. But yeah, those things look massive on there, but they look really good, really good. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy all the videos that I'm putting out there for you guys. Hopefully we're getting some more soon. There's a car show coming up. It's a cars and airplanes type meet, not meet, but car show. I might have already actually missed the deadline to get it entered, but maybe we'll go out there and check it out, do a little video for you guys. I don't, like I said in the other video, I don't love doing like cars and coffee and car show type stuff because they're not that exciting, but I know a lot of you guys wanted to see the car out of the garage, out driving. I've been driving it. I drive it not every day, but I drive it quite a bit, and even if I'm just going to get groceries, I go out of my way to take this, and just so I can get out of the garage. Let's see if we can get a ton of likes on this video, guys. Let's see if we can get a ton of views on this video, because let's be honest, everyone loves seeing drag slicks on Supras. So that being said, hit that like button. A big shout out to you guys for watching the videos, liking the videos, just supporting the channel, messaging me. I know I've gotten some good feedback from you guys, which is actually really cool. Like, oh, dude, no way. I didn't think in a million years you would want to message me or talk to me. Absolutely, guys. I want to know about your cars. I want to know about you guys. If you guys have a YouTube channel, hit me up. I'll follow it. Like, that's what we're about, right? So if you guys are like, hey, give me a follow, message me on Instagram. That's the best way to do it. I will 100% follow your YouTube channel. Just let me know what it is, and I will definitely hit that subscribe button, and I'll check out your videos. So, but again, thanks, guys, and we will see you on the next one.
Hey yo, the rain was steady pouring, heard the drops and drizzle meant to be. Chilling in my crib, no doubt, peep the scenery. Telephone rang, then it stopped before I could answer it. I heard a knock at the door, so I answered it. And with Jermaine, he had a little situation. Beef up on the block, and orthodox that led the confrontation. He said these cats be acting hard on the block, and they be pumping, waiting, holding, so Dwayne got shot. Now see, Dwayne was just a knucklehead, but still with his cousin. And I'd be wrong if I ain't help him when his beef, he gon' rush. And he said, listen, homie, ain't no time for discussion.